Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a genuinely fascinating tool called Gerev AI. We're going to look at exactly how it's transforming review intelligence and the whole customer experience, specifically for the booming MENA e-commerce market. Let's just jump right in. Because honestly, if you're running a digital storefront right now, the data we're about to unpack is going to fundamentally change how you view your customer feedback loop.
I want you to ask yourself a tough question right off the bat. Why are you losing customers? I know, it sounds like a ridiculously simple question, right? But it's literally the exact frustrating mystery haunting almost every single e-commerce operator out there today. You look at your metrics, you see the drop-off happening, but the actual root cause? Well, that usually remains totally hidden in a sea of unstructured, messy data.
And that brings us to a pretty harsh reality. As they say, the silent killers are in the comments. So here's the absolute crucial point we need to get. By the time you actually notice a macro level pattern of complaints or, you see a sudden undeniable spike in your churn rate, well, the unseen damage has already been done. Gerev AI is engineered to spot these micro patterns way before they ever blow up into massive macro trends. Think about the daily operational drag that so many customer experience teams are trapped in right now. You're probably wasting hours of expensive, valuable time just manually copy-pasting those generic, "we're sorry for the inconvenience" apologies. Sound familiar? Well, Gerev swaps out that outdated, clunky method for context-aware AI drafts. So instead of just saying, "hey, we got your complaint," the system generates highly personalized responses designed to actually resolve the very specific issue that customer is facing. It's a real game changer. 10 seconds. Honestly, that's the metric that really stands out to us here. Traditionally, it takes days, sometimes even weeks, to compile, analyze, and pass around customer experience reports. But Gerev AI is built specifically for small, agile teams, the kind of teams that just don't have the luxury of massive, dedicated CX departments. It's designed to let you see exactly what your customers really think and process all that intelligence in just 10 seconds. It is all about giving smaller teams maximum leverage. All right, let's move on to section 1, inside the dashboard, where we look at every signal on one screen. Just imagine opening up your command center to a live sentiment score, let's say a 12%, drawn instantly from, maybe 189 recent reviews. This isn't some stale, static weekly report we're talking about. It's a living, breathing pulse. You instantly know the overarching health of your brand the exact moment you sit down with your morning coffee. But as we all know, a broad score isn't really enough to take action on, is it? So the AI automatically parses the text and isolates your top complaints. For instance, flagging that shipping delays were explicitly mentioned in 42% of your negative reviews this week. It takes all that abstract, messy human frustration and crystallizes it into cold, hard, concrete data. Now you aren't just guessing anymore. You can pinpoint exactly which logistics partner or operational flow is broken. Furthermore, the platform gets incredibly granular. It specifically flags high churn risks right down to the individual user level. So it pulls out user 8291 who's struggling with billing, or user 7102 who's facing checkout latency. By identifying these specific individuals and their exact friction points, you can swoop in and rescue the relationship before that buyer walks away forever. And honestly, when you factor in the lifetime value of a customer, saving just one of these relationships can absolutely pay for the tool itself. Moving right along to section 2, winning the market through competitor intelligence. See, what's really cool is the AI doesn't just look inward at your own data. By scanning the public reviews of competing products in your sector, Gerev literally hands you a blueprint. It tells you exactly what your rivals' customers absolutely hate. This lets you prioritize the exact features you need to build next, so you can swoop in and win over their unhappy user base. Basically, it turns your competitors' biggest weaknesses into your own product roadmap. How cool is that? Okay, let's wrap things up with section 3, the logistics, covering integrations, privacy, and pricing. Obviously, connectivity is key here. The platform features one-click integrations that sync seamlessly with the world's biggest marketplaces, places like Shopify, Amazon, and Etsy. But crucially for the demographic it serves, it integrates directly with vital MENA regional platforms too, like Sala and Zid. This means you aren't constantly importing and exporting CSV files. And let's be real, as any e-commerce manager knows, that is a massive relief. It totally eliminates human error and all that endless spreadsheet formatting. The data just flows completely automatically. Because of this incredibly deep, automated integration across all those platforms, Teams are successfully saving over 10 hours every single week on review management alone. I mean, think about that. That's an entire working day handed right back to your team, letting you actually focus on growth instead of constant damage control. Now, with all this sensitive customer data flowing around, privacy is obviously paramount. You absolutely need to know your data is safe. Unlike a lot of generic AI tools out there that quietly train their global models on your proprietary user data, Geredrift takes a super hardline stance on security. You can rest totally assured, knowing they are SOC 2 Type 2 and GDPR ready, utilizing bank-grade AES 256 encryption. They guarantee zero data sharing, which means your hard-earned customer intelligence remains securely and entirely yours. So that brings us to the financial side of things. Their transparent pricing tiers are really designed to scale smoothly right alongside your operation. It starts off with a highly accessible $19 a month starter plan for up to 100 AI analyses. Then it quickly scales up through the middle tiers and tops out at a fully unlimited enterprise-level business tier at $129 a month, which comes complete with full API access. However, the clear sweet spot, and definitely their most popular tier, is the growth plan. For $49 a month, you expand to 1,000 analyses. But more importantly, you unlock the vital churn prediction engine, daily automated reporting, and access to absolutely all the platform integrations. This is the exact tier that actively stops those silent killers we were talking about at the beginning of the explainer, really unleashing the true proactive power of the AI. Well, we've covered the hidden dangers of ignored feedback, the massive power of automated, personalized responses, and the strategic advantage of competitor analysis. With a free analysis available and a setup time of literally 60 seconds, I just want to leave you with this one final thought. When the silent killers of your business are already speaking out in the comments, are you ready to finally listen?